Hi everyone, welcome to our new weekly installment of the EQ and U series. We're gonna wait for a couple more people to join before we jump in, but for those of you that are already here, make sure you stay tuned through the end. We will be announcing a special giveaway for people that watch our EQ and U series this week. And if you aren't going to be able to stay through the end, you are more than welcome to check back in on our IGTV channel shortly after this EQ Live is done. So again, thank you, Honing Home. They are my favorite classes. Very appreciative of that comment. We're just gonna wait one more minute for more people to join, but again, welcome everybody. We're going to be talking about a little bit of a giveaway today, and also just a little bit more about getting started with Equilibria and what that process looks like. Okay, so now that we have a little bit more people here, again, welcome. I'm Sydney, one of the senior dosage specialists on the dosage support team. I'm so excited to be back for this week's installment of the EQ and U series. This week, again, we will be talking about getting started with our EQ CBD. So for those of you that are just joining, again, stay tuned to the end for a special giveaway announcement. So getting started here, one of the most popular questions we get is, how do I get started with Equilibria CBD, and what does the Equilibria process look like once I've made a purchase with you? So a couple important things to keep in mind. Well, the most important thing to keep in mind when you get started is that everybody's body chemistry is different. So dosing is not going to be based on your height and weight. It's going to be dependent on other factors, including things like stress level, diet, metabolism, things like that. Stuff that's a little bit harder to measure. So whenever somebody gets started with Equilibria CBD, we always recommend going low and slow with your dosing, using those regular strength products to start out. If you are really new to CBD or really new to Equilibria, I would recommend checking out some of our curated collections. They are pre-packaged for you, ready to go. All of them have an allotment of between 20 and 30 milligrams of CBD a day. That's about the average dose among our members, but if you're a little bit nervous to start, you could always start slower. Maybe use just one of the products in that collection to get started, and then work with a member of the dosage support team to really build your routine from there. So for those of you who haven't explored our website at all yet, our curated collections are composed of different mixtures of 4 different staple products of ours. The first is going to be those daily soft gels. Now, as the name suggests, they are meant to be taken on a daily, consistent basis. The soft gels are swallowed like a vitamin. They're gonna kick in about 1 to 3 hours after you take them. But on the flip side, they do have effects lasting an average of 6 to 8 hours. So a couple example uses for those soft gels would be during the day, help support your baseline of stress, feel a bit more balanced, more even, more calm. Or at night, if you're somebody who's struggling to sleep through the night, that extended release soft gel can be a really great fit for some of our members. The next product I want to talk about is the daily drops. Now again, as the name suggests, these are meant to be taken on a daily, consistent basis. The formula of the drops is quite similar to the oil that's going to be within your soft gels. If you hear any meowing, that would be my cat saying hi, don't mind her. But again, the formula of those daily drops is very similar to that within the soft gels, but with the daily drops, they're placed under your tongue, they absorb through those sublingual glands, and then they take about 15 to 30 minutes to kick in, with effects lasting an average of 4 to 6 hours. So the last of the ingestible products in these collections is the rapid calming melts. These are about 5 milligrams of CBD each. They're placed under your tongue, and these are best reserved for those moments of heightened stress, those moments of overwhelm. They are not meant to be used as part of your daily existing routine, but rather as a way to supplement your routine when you need a little bit more support. The last product in our curated boxes is going to be the Relief Balm, which is one of our flagship topical products. The Relief Balm not only has that full spectrum CBD in it, but it is also going to have arnica and menthol, making it a really great way to address some of that inflammation or discomfort you might be feeling from the outside in, while your other products can help address that from the inside out. So once you've selected your products, they're going to come in the mail to you. And in that mail package, you are going to get your starting instructions, but you'll also always be able to access those starting instructions on our website in the support center as well. You are also always more than welcome to jump in and email to the Dosage support team, dosage@myeq.com, and we'll always be around to help answer any of those questions that come up as you get started. So, 3 major things to keep in mind when you are first getting started with a CBD routine. Number 1, it is going to take time for your body to adjust to CBD and even longer for those maximized benefits to present. It is totally normal if you're not seeing any, drastic changes within the first couple weeks. We really are going to be on the lookout for those small, subtle, incremental improvements over the course of the first few weeks. And it really is around that 3-month mark that our members are reporting on average their best results. So not only do we want to make sure you're taking it daily and consistently, but it's really important to make sure that your routine is customized as well. And that's what the Dosage support team is here for, to help you customize that routine to fit your lifestyle, your health goals, and make it something that you're excited to follow. Another thing to keep in mind is that we are always looking for the lowest dose that's going to give you those therapeutic effects. So when you're first getting started, stick around with those starting doses. Don't try increasing your dose too much too quickly. And whenever you're making a change in your routine, make sure to give it a good 5 to 7 days at least, so that your body does have some time to adjust and you can look and see if there have been any changes over that time period. The last thing to keep in mind, a little bit of a safety lesson on CBD as well. The World Health Organization does say that you cannot build a tolerance to CBD. It is non-habit forming and you cannot overdose on it, which means it is very safe to take. However, there is such a thing as taking too much CBD for your body. And again, as everybody's body chemistry is different, too much is going to be very individualized. CBD does have what we call a biphasic effect, and that just means that too little or too much could actually be ineffective. And a good way to tell if your dose is maybe a little bit too high would be seeing the opposite of the desired effect. So during the day, if you ever take a dose and find yourself getting a little bit tired, maybe the next time you reach for that dose, we'll pull it back a little bit, try a bit of a lower dose for the next couple days. At night, conversely, if you ever find yourself getting a little bit more energized or having more restless sleep, that's a good indication that the dose is maybe just a little bit too high. You can always go ahead and reduce that dose a bit on your own, or again, reach out to the Dosage support team, let us know what's been going on, and we will always be happy to help give those dosage recommendations. So, on the context of the Dosage support team, we are always available to help via email, but that's not all we do. We do offer those complimentary one-on-one dosage consultations for all of our members to really dive deep into what your health goals are, discuss how they're impacting your day-to-day life, and figure out the routine that's going to work best for you. You might make an adjustment to your dose on these calls. You might make an adjustment to the timing of the routine. We might even recommend trying out maybe a new or a different product for you, but the Dosage support team is not a team of salesmen. We are cannabis educators, and our goal is to get these routines working for you as best as possible. So any recommendations we give are meant to help maximize the efficacy of your routine. When you're preparing for your dosage consultation, there's not too much to do, but do come in prepared to kind of talk through these health goals that you have. Know what you're looking to address with CBD, and we'll be asking lots of questions. We want to know things like what your day-to-day life looks like, how stress is impacting your day-to-day life. Are you, having more of a difficult time falling asleep or staying asleep? All those different questions are going to come up on your call. Be prepared to chat a little bit about them. We love to chat, whether it's about CBD. You can chat to us a little bit about other stuff as well, but we're here to support you in the way you need support. So one great way to actually track your progress leading up to your dosage consultation would be start practicing journaling right at the start of your routine. Write down what dose you took, how you felt before, and how you felt after. And even ask yourself some questions day to day pertaining to your health goals. So sleep and stress are two of the biggest health goals that our members have turned to CBD to address. Couple questions you can ask yourself in those contexts. For stress, were you less reactive in a stressful situation than you thought you would be? Has somebody in your life mentioned that you seem a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more chill? Has the constant buzz of stress from your day-to-day life kind of taken a background role rather than a foreground role? For sleep, did you fall asleep a little bit faster than normal? Did you wake up maybe one less time overnight than you previously did? Have you been waking up feeling more refreshed? All of these questions are really meant to help you identify those small, subtle ways in which CBD can really start to help address some of these challenges. So, last thing, when it comes to dosage consultations, again, a great opportunity to really customize that routine, but that routine that you land on that day might not be the end-all be-all of routines for you. It often does take a couple small rounds of adjustments for us to figure out exactly how you're responding to this CBD and find that routine that's going to be a good fit for you long term. But again, the dosage support team is here to help you every step of the way. Following your dosage consultation, you will get a follow-up email from us outlining everything that we spoke about on the call. And then about a week later, you'll get a check-in email from us as well. And that's a really great opportunity to let us know how you're doing and how we can be of more support to you. So, going to take a quick second and look through and see if we have any questions. If you haven't put a question in, but you have one, feel free to add it to here right now. So Jay DePaulo 28 asked, what are the natural flavorings in our daily drops? So all of our natural flavorings are naturally derived, produced in a lab, which means we are taking the necessary components of the essential oils for that flavor and adding them to our products. They are not synthetic flavoring, and there is no sugar added to any of our products. Tess says she loves taking advantage of the one-to-one calls, especially as the season's changing and other routines are changing as well. One really great point from that, as your life changes, your CBD routine may need to change as well. So again, we are always here to help you navigate those changes. Make sure that you're using a routine, following a routine that's making you feel good all seasons of the year. So Honing Home asked, what's the biggest misconception about CBD? And I think a really big misconception about CBD is that it's going to give you psychotropic effects. And what I mean by that is that CBD, people think that CBD can get you high, but the reality of it is CBD is a non-psychotropic compound, which means it cannot get you high. Whereas THC is that notoriously psychotropic compound. That's what people are using to get that feeling of being high. Now, here at Equilibria, we do offer a full spectrum CBD product, which means there are trace amounts of THC in it. However, that level falls significantly below the federal legal limit. So all of our products are federally legal, but they also do not have enough THC in them to get you feeling high. So no matter what dose you're taking, there's no threat of psychotropic effects there. So somebody here is asking, does CBD cause diarrhea? And the simple answer to that is everybody's body chemistry is different and everybody's going to respond a bit differently to CBD. Oftentimes when members do come forward with some sort of GI upset, it has more to do with digesting an oil or swallowing an oil rather than the CBD itself. But if that's something that you're coming up against as you get started, feel free to reach out to the dosage support team and we will absolutely send you over some recommendations for that. Somebody here is asking about a random urine test at work. So when it comes to full spectrum CBD, broad spectrum CBD, even isolate CBD, it is really a gray area for drug testing. We always recommend, reaching out to your employer, making sure that you're checking in on whether or not, your company is going to be okay with you testing positive for something like CBD. It is very, very rare for our members to test positive on a urine test, on a drug test in general. But if you do have a good relationship with your employer, you can always ask for a blood test as those do tend to be a bit more accurate than urine tests. Somebody else here is asking, are our products vegan friendly? So right now our soft gels do have kosher beef gelatin in them, so they will not be vegan friendly. But our daily drops, our rapid calming melts, and all of our topical products are vegan friendly. So Anissa Farah is asking if you can build up a tolerance to CBD, and that's actually a very interesting question, because while you cannot actually build a tolerance to CBD, the amount of CBD you need at a given time is quite dependent on your stress level. So as your stress level begins to rise, you might find that you need a little bit more CBD. Whereas as your stress level starts to fall, you might actually find that you need less CBD. It's all very dependent on what's going on in your day-to-day life. So it looks like I've gone through a good amount of these questions. So last but not least, I do want to announce our exciting giveaway that we have today. I do have all the terms and conditions written on a screen, so please don't mind that I'm not making eye contact with all of you. But as a special thank you for attending today's EQ and U, and to celebrate the upcoming summer season, Equilibria is going to give one lucky winner a mini bundle, which comes with one mini dropper in a surprise flavor, one mini calming roller, and one mini mindful mineral soak. This giveaway is only open for a limited amount of time, and for those who watch this episode of EQ and U, the giveaway opens now and will close at 9 p.m. Central Time tonight. It is only open to those of you who are 18 and older and currently living within the United States. Winners will be chosen at random, and we will contact the winners tomorrow, June 10th, Thursday, June 10th. To enter, simply DM us your email by 9 p.m. Central tonight. This giveaway is not associated with Instagram. And please note, providing your email will not sign you up for any of our email lists or other marketing materials. We just want to be able to contact the winners safely and securely to receive their shipping information. And if you do get chosen as the winner of our giveaway, your mini bundle will be sent to you at no charge. So thank you all again for joining us for today's EQ and U. Feel free to DM us any questions on Instagram, post them on Facebook, or you can even email in to dosage@myeq.com with any dosage questions, and we will be here to help you out. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.